and today is a very special show because is it a show? Showing yourself up, that's what you're doing. Hello again and welcome back to March May's Midlife Dolly Crisis, and today obviously is a very special day because it is the 1st of December. And what does that mean? It means that it's time to open the first window or the first door or whatever of our advent calendar. Now before I show you the calendar that I'm going to be opening this year, some of you have already seen it because I included it as a kind of an Easter egg on the end of one of my other videos. So last year, obviously, I opened a Barbie advent calendar. It was a regular Barbie. She had lots of accessories and stuff like that. It was fine, which obviously I'm very known for saying. It's fine. Most of it was fine. Maybe I was a bit too caustic in some of the stuff I was sort of saying about it, because this year Mattel decided that they weren't going to do one. They basically still got last year's out and they're happily selling that. But there is no sort of just standard Barbie advent calendar for this year. They've got a colour reveal one, which is actually really expensive. So I wasn't going to pay €50 for something because it just seemed like a lot of money, really. And luckily, last January, I had the foresight of purchasing last year's colour reveal advent calendar for €17. That's 17, not 50. So that is what we're going to be unboxing. So this is it here. Sorry, it's a really weird light day again in the room, so you'll have to forgive the fact that I'm kind of filming it like this. But basically, so this is the calendar. This is the calendar. So some of you will probably have already seen this if you've watched any videos from last year. But obviously it's new to me. Well, not really. It's not that new to me. I have also seen videos. The reason I got it is because it wasn't just as a kind of a backup for this December. It was really because some of the pieces are actually quite nice, even if it is a colour reveal one. But yeah, this is the one we're going to be opening. Now, it's a bit of an odd one. So there's 25 surprises, but I don't know if you're meant to open the doll first or that's meant to be the last one. Either way, we're opening the doll first because there's no point having all of the stuff you get with it if you've got no doll to actually put it on. I mean, obviously I've got other dolls, but this is the doll you're meant to be getting. And to be honest, by the 25th, I think most people will have dialed out and be like, who wants to see that? I'm going to go and play my brand new computer game or, you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to be opening probably the doll today and also the first window. I don't really know how this goes. I know it's kind of like a foldy out thing, so I will probably be filming this in kind of an awkward way. So yeah, apologies for that ahead of time, and apologies the light is crazy, but yeah, let's see what this is all about. Okay, so I hope you can see this. It's at a really weird angle, I'm afraid. So this is the front of it. I don't know if I'm going to show you the back because the back kind of shows you some of the stuff that you're going to get and that might ruin it. So I might not do that. But obviously, actually the front probably ruins it as well. But yeah, I think you're meant to fold these bits down and it's meant to kind of like build up to something. So let's try that now. And oh, I've got tape here. So I'm going to go and grab some scissors or something and then we'll carry on with this. Okay, so I'm back. So there is a thing there that comes down. Oh, okay, so this is going to be really awkward to film. So that's great. Let's move the camera. Okay, I have no idea if that is any better or not. It still seems really shadowy and awful. Maybe for Christmas Santa could bring me some proper lighting or something, or even some curtains for the room. That might help, mightn't it? Okay, I think this is a little bit better. Okay, so here we go. So I've already taken down one of the kind of the front flappy bits. It's a little bit strange. I'm going to undo the second one now. Apologies for this really weird awkwardness. But it's my life, so what are we expecting? Okay, so there we are. So that is the kind of as it's meant to look, and then I think what happens is you take these doors off, and then they're meant to sort of like, oh hold on, there's this bit as well. There's kind of like a tree that comes up, and you're meant to sort of slot these pictures into, there's like little holes for them down on the bottom bit where you just kind of slide them in, which is kind of a cute idea, I guess. I'm not sure I've really got the room to have this out all the time. So okay, so I'm looking at the number. Okay, so there is number 1 here, which I guess is this car thing, and then 2 and 3. Okay, so this is the first episode, obviously, because it is the 1st of December. I am going to actually open the doll, and then we'll have a look and see what the first thing is. Now, obviously the doll is a colour reveal doll, so I'm going to have to try and dunk her in water as well, which obviously is lots of fun for everyone. So I guess I should really do that first. I don't know if that's going to ruin the whole of this thing here, but to be honest, I'm not even that fussed about that, and I'm sure there are other videos you can watch where it's been set up properly, and I'm sure it looks lovely. But for me, this is a bit cumbersome. If you have to have it on a table for the whole of Christmas, it's kind of annoying. I'd rather have one like last year where it was literally just kind of like a flat box thing with the windows. And you could literally put it anywhere. With this, you pretty much have to have it kind of out. So, I'm going to remove the doll, we'll get some water, and we'll reveal her to everyone. So here's the canister with the doll in. So presumably there's nothing else really in here. Although it's got all this information on the side here. I'm presuming that is the stuff you're going to get within the calendar. It's not going to be inside here, surely. Oh gosh, unless it is, now we're about to ruin everything. Anyway, I'm going to open her. Okay, so the light is a mess, so we're going table down for this. So this is the canister with presumably just the doll in, but I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna... Oh, these are like the hardest things to open. Stupid things. There we go. So there's definitely a doll in there, that's for sure. This is still like the plastic wrapper because this was from last year, where they've gone for all paper ones now. Okay, so here the doll is. She feels lovely and cheap, which is great. She's covered in like a blue metallic sort of paint, and on there are snowflakes kind of painted on. So obviously this is the canister. We need to get some water in there, and then we need to reveal her. I don't know how I'm going to manage this, but let's see. Okay, so obviously here is the tube full of warm water. Here is the doll who's going to be dunked in, and I have a towel at the ready as well. So this is what she looks like now. A bit kind of like a sort of android or something. So here goes. Now obviously, unlike the last one, we pretty much have to immerse her completely. The one I had the last time, the two in fact that I had the last time, were the Sunshine and Sprinkles ones, and they had like real hair, whereas this one does not. Oh god, is she actually going to stay in the water? She's got bubbles coming off her. Sorry, I know this is meant to be some kind of like immersive sort of experience, but to be honest, I should just rinse her under the tap, really, shouldn't I? Oh. You going anywhere nice for your holidays? I think she's probably done. Obviously she's now full of water. Eventually all the paint will come off and she'll just sink to the bottom, because that's obviously Sod's law. I don't really understand why people get really excited about this whole colour reveal thing. It feels quite tedious, to be perfectly honest. Okay, I think she might be done. Maybe? Sorry, you could just see my arm now. She actually does feel very heavy, I think because she is literally full of water, which is brilliant. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to go and try and empty her. So here she is. Are we going to see her? Okay, so she's very shiny and everything is going wrong today. I don't remember last year's first video, it was like really blurry because I had this like deer ornament in the background and the camera seemed very intent in focusing on that rather than on me. So that's great. This one probably makes that one seem like a sort of an Oscar winning video. Okay, is that any better? Maybe a little bit. Okay, so she is still a bit shiny here. So she is basically made from hard plastic all over, all hard plastic. So the heads, when they have real hair, are not hard plastic. That their heads are normally a bit squishy, and you know they have the hair rooted in their heads. With this, I suppose they don't really have to bother because she doesn't have any real hair. So articulation wise, she's able to move her head from back to forward, side to side. She can say no a lot, but she can't say yes. So her arms go again back and forth, but they don't come out. The dolls we saw last time, which again was the Sunshine and Sprinkle ones, their articulation was much more in keeping with, say, the Fashionistas, which again have not great articulation, but their arms do actually kind of would go up and down kind of that way. So that is the arms. The legs, again, they're just like back and forth and there's no other articulation there. They do have, anyway, well, this one has high-heeled feet, so presumably the shoes are all going to be high-heeled. So she's kind of like got a darker skin tone, which is nice. She's got white sort of moulded on hair. I don't actually mind moulded on hair. I think what I don't like is when they give them fringes, or bangs, as they say in America. Unfortunately, this one does have a fringe / bangs, so I'm not really sure what I think of that. She does have holes here for earrings, so presumably that is going to be something we're going to be getting in the calendar. She also has a hole in the back of her head, which is for the kind of the hairpiece thing that they come with, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think kind of drawn on costume wise, I don't have a huge problem with it. I think I would have if I'd paid more than €17, but because I didn't pay the full price for her, you know, it's fine. It's okay for our purposes. The legs are kind of okay as well because, you know, they're kind of one colour. So they are kind of like silver, like she's got silver tights on or something. But yeah, she also has makeup on. She's got sort of like a sort of a deep pink lipstick, and she's also got sort of like pink eyeshadow on as well, and her eyes are, I think, brown. Yeah, I think she's got brown eyes. So I'm sorry about the awful glare that's happening here, but you will see her, I'm sure, in future videos a lot better than this. So yeah, so that is her. She's still a bit damp, I'm afraid. I can still see water coming out of her, so that's something to note. The other thing, which is a bit of a shame, is that basically her hands are just one piece. So with the fashionistas and some of the other Barbies, they basically have fingers which are kind of individual things, and in that way you can use accessories and kind of put the accessories, you can kind of attach them because they have those sort of little nodule things on them, which means you can sit them on the finger. With this, you won't be able to do anything like that because you basically just have like a flat hand like that, which isn't doing anything. Look. Goggy. Woof woof. Woof woof. Anyway, so yeah, that is her. So without further ado, let's open the first window of our advent calendar. So here we go. This is it. Looks great, doesn't it? Looks really good. So this is our first window here. I know that we're all excited because I'm really excited to see what we get. So that is 2. That is 20. This, so it has to be this car thing here. There we go. So what you're meant to do is you're meant to pull this off, and then this is meant to slip into one of these sort of hole things here. But you know what? I honestly am not going to be doing that because it seems really faffy, and I'm sure none of us really need to see that. I can't even get the door out. So that's good, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so number 1, we get a sticker of a dog, of a toy dog, by the looks of it, which is probably some sort of awful omen of what is to come. And we also get this, which is a Barbie locket made of plastic, which you probably can't see. Can you see it? You're going to see my hands now. So it's got Barbie kind of like engraved, if you can call it engraved, on there. And inside, inside, I presume you meant to put the picture of the dog inside it. Yeah, so it opens up and you can put the dog picture in there. This is pointless, really, because it's certainly not something that the doll is going to be using, I wouldn't have thought. Unless she could use it as a handbag, maybe, I suppose. At least it opens. I guess this is more for the child which is opening it. Unfortunately, this child doesn't really want one, but I've got one anyway, so that's great. So I hope you've enjoyed the very first video in our Advent extravaganza. So obviously this was the doll. Let me know what you think of her down in the comments below. Also let me know if you have any thoughts on this piece of plasticky wonderfulness that was in the first window. I don't really have many thoughts on it. I'm going to pop it to one side before I cry. So there are at least 2 other dolly folk who are doing advent calendars this year. The first one is Serenata, who I'm sure a lot of you already follow, and I will put a link down to her channel. She did one last year as well. So you might remember it. It was a Playmobil. There were two Playmobil advents that she was opening. Her boy dolls were opening one and her girl dolls were opening another one. So also Candy over at Tiny Soul Whispers will also be doing a advent calendar. Hers, I believe, is going to be Charms. So why not go over there and say hi and see what that's all about. So yeah, let me know what you think of her. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video and please comment down below on anything to do with Christmas or the shambolicness that was this video. I've got to try and edit this now so it doesn't look so bad. Wish me luck.